Rated captives domiciled in Bermuda, the Cayman Islands, and Barbados continue to outperform AM Best Casualty Insurance Company Composite, according to a new AM Best report. Here to take us through some of those findings is Susan Molineux, a director at AM Best. Sue, what did AM Best's analysis of these captives' performance show?
Well, the headline of our report is it's stating the remarkable, consistent performance of the market. We often will compare the captive market to the U.S. commercial casualty sector, and in both our U.S. captive report that was issued earlier in the year and also the Bermuda, Cayman Islands, and Barbados report that we've just issued, it does show the captive market continues to outperform the U.S. Commercial casualty market.
Can you tell us about the underwriting performance?
So the underwriting performance, we put some statistics in our report, and we're also looking at on a 5-year average basis. And we do note that both on an operating ratio and a combined ratio basis, that the ratios of the captive sector is outperforming the commercial market by 20 points.
If you were to view the remaining analysis through AM Best's building blocks, how would that break down?
Right, so our building blocks are based on balance sheet strength, operating performance, business profile, and ERM. So when we look at balance sheet strength, 90% of this market is considered either very strong or strongest. We talked about operating performance before, and that was 40% where we would consider them strong. Business profile is 70% neutral, and I'd like to explain that a little bit because most of our captives are either considered neutral business profile or limited business profile. And there are a lot of single-purpose captives, and by saying that, I mean that they are in place to write a very limited line of business, or they're in place for a specific purpose, or writing in a very narrow region of the country or the world. So those are considered limited. However, when we're looking at captives, and in this case calling 70% of them neutral, some of our market is group captives and also some very big single parent captives where they are writing multiple lines of business, multiple domiciles throughout the world. So for that reason, we do have 70% of them considered neutral. And also, last but not least, ERM, 90% approximately are considered appropriate. And I think that lends itself to the integration with the parent or the sponsor's risk management programs. When you look at the single parent captive, they have the benefit of the parent and intimate knowledge with their risks, but then also on the group captive side, you have a lot of different sponsors and you get to benefit over multiple organizations' ERM programs, so you kind of get the best of the best in those organizations.
And what are you seeing in terms of emerging risks?
So in our emerging risks, we focus in our report on 2 areas. One is self-funded employee health insurance programs, which is really covered through captives through medical stop loss, and also cyber. So when we're looking at medical stop loss, it's really speaking to the spiraling cost of healthcare, and that captives have opted to take on some of the risks, the employee benefit risks through medical stop loss. And also when you're looking at cyber, the headlines continue to come out that cyber breaches are happening every day. There's probably some people attempting them as we speak now. And captives are taking not a material slice of it, but they are taking a piece of the risks through the captives.
And you're attending the Cayman Captive Forum. What are the hot topics this year?
Right, so there's some bread and butter, the tax updates, the update from the regulator, but they are talking about the market and the changes. So you are seeing some innovations. You have drones, you have some of the emerging issues outlined in our reports, and it is really a place where we're all coming together to talk about the market and how it's changing and how captives can continue to manage risks very well. And also, in addition to the educational sessions, there's 1,400 plus of us here, and we are able to not only benefit from the educational sessions, but we also have a lot of meetings with some of our clients and also with the market. So it is a great place to really get a feel for the hot button issues in the market today.
Great. Sue, thank you for speaking with us today.
Thanks for having me.
To view the full report, visit ambest.com. For AM Best TV, I'm Meg Green.